Hello and welcome to another episode of the Schillering Hub podcast, Talking Hospitality. Schillering Hub is a hospitality professional platform connecting the industry through learning. If you like the show, share this podcast with colleagues, join our LinkedIn group, and help us build a community to evolve the industry. On today's show, we will hang out with a young hotel director coming fresh from school and already charging on a great challenge of leading a hotel. Daniel Honzik, welcome to the show.
Hi, Mauricio. Thank you for your invite and having me here right now.
We are very excited to have someone coming fresh, so with new ideas. And Daniel, you recently graduated from hospitality management. How was the experience of studying in hospitality during the biggest industry crisis?
The final of studies wasn't so easy. We had the exams, the exams were in an online environment, so it was something new for all of us, for students as well as for professors. So I completed my studies at two universities, one more at the Czech Technical University, and I received two bachelor's degrees in 2020. In May or in April, I was accepted to one of the best universities for hospitality management in Switzerland. It's called Glion Institute of Higher Education, but thanks to COVID, I ended up canceling it because it is a private, very demanding university that costs a lot of money, and no one knew when would be able to travel again. It was an easier and more rational choice to stay in Prague, so I was continuing further studies as an engineer and start my own business. And after completing my engineer studies, we can say that COVID came around. So I returned to the hospitality environment, and now I'm staying here and discuss with you.
Yeah, it must have been like a very nerve-wracking, I would say, to be studying something that all of a sudden the industry put on a stop. Did your colleagues were feeling a little bit uneasy by crisis, or how did they feel? What's the mood with the colleagues? I know that you are already online in an online type of environment, but did you get in touch with them? How they were feeling?
Yeah, they were very bad because many people work in this industry only. Yeah, they have no other experience in other industry or other business, so they had to move to another field. And yeah, it was a tough way for them. Many of them didn't come back, so that's why we have a crisis in our hospitalities now, because we don't have people.
Yeah, and the labor crisis, it's been difficult, doesn't it? And I would like to ask something about the school then. What is hospitality nowadays? What they are teaching? What's the main message that's being passed on to the students?
I think that interest in studying of hospitality going down. Perhaps they have to change it. University directors have to change their focus on, for example, luxury management field or something like that, which is a little bit similar because still is the services on high level. I think that interest of studying this kind of field very well down.
Yeah, I understand, of course, with hours that the effort that put on for the people. Hospitality is not an easy job. It is a very demanding on our time, is demanding on our families. It's not an easy job compared to the new economy, the gig economy, where anyone can jump on a car and all of a sudden they have their own business and they can clock out when they want. But normally hospitality being about serving people, about being at service. Is that message still true in the school today, or it's changing the focus more to technology? What's they are talking about at school now?
Schools pay a lot of attention to teaching theory, not practice, and I think that's wrong way because people are then unable to communicate, solve problems, and some inconveniences, and reality is much more difficult for them, especially in Czech Republic. In Switzerland, as I told you, it's completely different, and for example, that's why Glion alumni are after graduate day ready for management position without compromises, and they are ready to be in another field, for example, as I said, in luxury management or in real estate management, and etc. And that's the problem, I think, in eastern side of the Europe.
So if I understood well, like the school is at least around the region where you graduate in the Czech Republic, it's more concentrated on the theoretical part of being at service instead of getting into the communication skills, soft skills, and getting to understand each other a little bit more and getting to the practice of using that theoretical knowledge into a human side. Is that correct? That statement would be correct?
That's right. As you said, yeah. Thanks to that, hospitality has suffered, say, many blows thanks to COVID, and there is less travelers in general, and foreign market discrete, especially the USA and China, which I think that every hotel businesses in Europe feel. Of course, I don't know how it looks like in other continents, but hoteliers now these days are fighting much more for one customer, but at different prices, of course, lower than before the year 2020, but at higher cost, wages, inflation, energy and other consumption have increased. So very tough situation for them.
Right now it's really challenging. And what would you say today that is the biggest problem for a hotelier, for a hotel manager?
So I think the costs of energy and other consumption, and yes, we talk about the labor, because many people from hospitality removed to for example, logistics or some IT businesses and etc. They are, we can say, unstoppable because they are online, and in terms of digitalization. The main problem is we can say the inflation and energy crisis, and of course the labor problems.
Yeah, we are having two crises walking alongside. We are lacking on people, and this is a explored subject right now. A lot of people are talking, and now we have the energy crisis, at least in the Czech Republic, that prices are skyrocketing. I know that every other country there is a little problem. Here in the Czech Republic it's a little bit more steep. I think the increase, and with prices, the rates a little bit lower, will be a very difficult challenge to price the stay during the winter time. I understand what you're talking about. Yeah,
we will see what our governments prepared as kind of restriction or something like that. We will see.
It is let's say a challenging position to be in a hotel right now. Let's jump a little bit. 15 years ago, traveling was different. Yeah, people would have to call an agent, they would call the hotel, they would rely on that person to make the suggestion. Yeah, once the internet became popular, people start to just do the research themselves. Yeah, they use applications to book their hotels, they use their phones to book hotels. So things are changing really fast. Yeah, but now there is a new step. Yeah, there is a new introduction of data, artificial intelligence, and things are moving really fast forward. So let's do a little exercise and jump a little bit to the future. If you see behind me here, I have Marty from Back to the Future. I'm a big fan, of Back to the Future. So let's do that exercise. You jump, Dr. Emmett Brown called you and put you in that beautiful car to jump 15 years in the future, going to 2035, and you need a place to stay. how do you think that hospitality will look like then?
We talk about labor crisis. I think the way to go through this is complete digitalization and automatization of the processes in check-in, check-out, whole processes in hotel reception. So I think that within 15 years, there will be a revolution. Thanks to that, machines and animated kiosks will be operated instead of people. I can say that we are thinking these days about it with Ariston Patio as well. This will reduce costs for hotels in the long term, and they will be able to survive bad times, crisis, for example, like now. So I think the only way is to make a digitalization as we see Industry 4.0, because that's the way.
I see where you're going. Where I see the point is hotels that serve in the past a different type of customers that's not luxury really will have to reinvent themselves and propose something new, because the new graduates from hospitality are probably looking at big corporations where the job is safer, where they can handle to different hotels, they have more opportunities because they are such a big companies, and smaller hotels or independent hotels that rely on that close relationship will get to a point that they will have little option, right? They will have to find a way to renew themselves and propose a different type of hospitality. I get what you mean. Now, is there any technology that it's calling more to your attention now? Something that is really making you read more about it, that you're very curious on how it works, something that you would tell other hoteliers that, well, that would be nice for you to get educated on as well?
Great way how to stop waste of the time of the receptionist is pre-check-in. We can call it online check-in, that guests will come already check, and you just take them or get them a key card from the room and just offer some the standard services, but some other services, for example, theater and restaurants and clubs or something like that. And that's the way how to stop the wasted time of us and of our customers or guests. And instead of this time, we can offer better service another way.
We had this conversation with a few of our guests here, and when they say, and they put it beautifully, is the digitalization helps to get the time of people to be people. Yeah, we kill the robotic time to a robot, and you get people to be people and do what they do best. That is creating connections with the guests. Yeah, creating a memorable thing. Once you speak, once you talk, once you offer a service, you offer a place to go, you are creating a strong connection with that customer, and that customer will remember the property because there was that personalization, and not because they had to wait 15 minutes in the line because they have to do paperwork that is not valuable neither for the customer. There's no value for the customer there. There's no value for the hotel as well. So digitalization, online check-in, beautiful thing. I hope that more people are listening to this and incorporating. Now, Daniel, could you just tell me, if anyone would like to talk to you maybe, or look for a job, someone that probably now it's listening to this podcast, say, wow, I want a job, so I would like to work with this director, how they can find you, and a little bit about the hotel as well.
Okay, you can find me on LinkedIn, search my name and stay in touch with me. And of course, we are still hiring receptionists, night and day receptionists as well. We are open to cooperate with everyone who is in hotel business, hotel industry. Yeah, I am open to cooperate with the great people.
You finished that on a very nice tone. Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you for your time. I will put your LinkedIn link on the comments here, so anyone can find you and connect, get in touch, okay? Thank you very much for your time, and I will talk to you.
Thank you. See you.
Bye, Schillering. Thank you for today.